Hi, I'm Jesse with Our Community Now. I'm here with Jake Jabs from American Furniture Warehouse. This is the first segment in our Colorado Icons and Legends segment. And so we're going to visit with him today. We're going to do a number of things. We're going to ask some questions, and then we're going to take a couple of tours of the showroom and so on. So it'll be fun. If you enjoy the interviews that we have, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Our Community Now, and like us. And you also can let all your friends know that we're around. So, all right, let me start with the first question, because when I first came to Colorado, I noticed you guys had all of the wild animals in your ads. And so the question I've got is, how did that start, and where is that now?
Okay, it started with my wife and I have 3 daughters, and we bought our daughters a puppy for Christmas. And I've learned almost everybody has a dog anymore. So,
Okay.
and so they said, Dad, you should put the puppy on TV. And I did. Right away, the phones started ringing. People started offering us their domestic animals.
Okay.
And there was an outfit filming for Johnny Hawes Lincoln Mercury, or the Cougar car.
I remember those. Okay.
Symbol for the Mercury car. And he had a bunch of exotic animals. So he brought the pictures down with the exotic animals and said, Jake, you should use these exotic animals in your commercials. And I didn't see it. I said, I don't get exotic animals in furniture. My secretary always wanted to pet a baby tiger, and she was privy to this conversation.
Okay.
So she conned him into bringing Tiger down, and her office was right next to mine, something like my secretary is right now.
Okay.
And so he had a baby tiger in her office the next morning, and here's
Okay.
all the employees gathered around. I'm mad nobody's working. But I saw a lot of interest in the exotic animals versus
Sure.
the domestic animals. So
Okay.
we started using them. It became a trademark with us. I don't own them. I just get them from different people that own them. And of course, I like animals. I grew up on a farm in Montana, and
Lodge grass, right?
Yeah.
Surprised I knew that, right?
Rode horses. I rode with the Montana State College rodeo team. Anyway, I knew animals growing up on a farm
Sure.
where we had a different kind of animal. So I got along with them fine. So we used them for years, so it became a trademark. And I think a lot of times when you're starting out in business, you need something. You need a gimmick or
Something unique.
a traadmark or
Okay,
something. And it
sure.
really became a trademark. And we used them till what happened with that advent in Las Vegas where that tiger almost killed Siegfried Roy.
Sure.
Remember that?
Yes.
And so the federales came back down and they said, you can't use exotic animals in public. And so what happened is the people that we were getting from pretty much went out of business and went away. In America, a lot of times we overreact to one incident,
Sure.
So basically, it went away, and so the animals went away. And we haven't used them now. It's going on our 5th year now we haven't used them. And
Okay.
it hasn't hurt our business. Our business is still growing. We're still doing good. So at the time and place, it was probably the right thing to do.
Okay, great. What's a typical day these days for Jake Jabs? What do you do?
Okay, I come in the morning, and I'm coming in a little later now.
Okay. So what, 6 a.m., what?
No, closer to 9. Yeah. I used to come in at 6, yeah.
All right.
But I come in at 9. I do that purposely, kind of, by then everything's rolling, the trucks are going out and everything. And one of the first things I do is go through my mail and see what's in there and get that taken care of. Right now, I sign checks. My daughter, who's on vacation, but normally she signs checks. Between her and I, we sign all the checks.
Okay, there's a lot of checks to sign, I'm sure.
Still sign checks, yeah. So I get all of kind of that out of the road. And then what I do is I go to the warehouse.
Okay.
I think one reason we're successful, we are known nationally as having the best back room in the furniture business.
Okay.
Because the back room is what makes this work out here.
Okay.
And if you don't have good delivery and delivery drivers and merchandise in stock and the trucking operation and all the things we do back to recycling, if that isn't good, then the front end isn't good either.
Okay.
So I've always put a lot of emphasis, accurate inventory, a lot of emphasis on the back room. So every day I go to the back there.
Right.
So I go back there every day. I do it to that. Then other that, I do that to the showroom. I go out in the showroom, and that's always fun to go to showroom. We have a small clearance center. I go to a clearance center, and maybe I'll mark some stuff down that isn't selling or that type of thing.
I'm going to follow you there.
It's a small clearance center, but we don't have big clearance centers.
Okay.
When I walk the showroom, I like to see what's new coming in. I always go through new products.
Okay.
And a lot of times I'll have some buyers with me, and we'll go through all the new products and make sure that I'm up to speed on what came in, what's new, and what's selling. And so I do a tour of the showroom, see? And by then it's probably afternoon by then.
Okay.
So then I'll come back up here, and I'll catch up on my reading, And the back room, I'll go to a tour of the back room, which we'll do today too.
Okay, all right.
And a big part of that today is social media.
Yes, yes.
That's kind of new, you know.
We know a little bit about social media, our community now, so.
Because, you know, it used to be newspapers, the television, and now it's social media.
Yes,
It's amazing. In the last 2 years, there's been such a change in how do you merchandise your business, how do you advertise and promote your business. And it's
Sure.
really gone from the traditional ways, traditional ways being newspaper, radio, and television, and it's gone to social media. And I think one reason our business keeps growing, we were up $25 million again last year, and our business keeps growing because we have adapted and trained.
okay. You're an accomplished musician, and so, and I think you toured with Marty Robbins, right?
Yeah.
And so, who are some of your favorite, what's your favorite music that you like these days?
Chris Christopherson wrote some great songs, and I play a lot of his songs.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, Why Me Lord and Help Me
Yeah,
Get Through
The
This.
Highwaymen is something I like a
and
lot.
Bobby McGee and
Sure.
a lot of great songs. So he's really my favorite artist that wrote songs. He wasn't that good of a singer. He isn't that good of a musician, but
Right.
he wrote great songs.
Good writer.
Really meaningful songs that had a lot of message to them.
Okay.
And of course, my favorite musician was Marty Robbins. He wrote every song that he recorded except Singing the Blues. He wrote himself. He was his writer and a great musician.
The
too.
full package,
I
huh?
played guitar, played steel guitar, played piano. I enjoy musicians that are musicians and singers or entertainers too.
Okay.
A lot of singers, I thought that what they called it, those one-stop wonders or one-hit wonders. A lot of times they were good singers, but they weren't musicians. So it was a short-lived career. But the musicians that really made a lifelong career out of it are the ones that were musicians and could write songs or sing songs too, because it became a lifelong project for them.
Good, good. You've been in the furniture business a long time. What advice would you give somebody who's getting out of high school or getting out of college now?
Don't get in the furniture business. I'm kidding. Not
Okay.
in Denver. No,
Not in Denver?
Yeah, they go.
Oh, okay. Well, they can come work for you. Yeah, one of the things you say about the entrepreneur, or what defines a true entrepreneur, is giving back.
Yeah.
And that's something I know that you've been really big on. And there's a variety of ways, the charity and so on and so forth. So what do you think giving back means
I think where
to you?
that came from is growing up in the Crow Indian Reservation in Lodge Grass, Montana.
Right.
You see a lot of poverty. You see people dying at young ages from all kinds of things. I had a neighbor that died of epilepsy, for example. There's no epilepsy deaths anymore, because they cured it.
Right.
Another neighbor had polio. And of course, in integration, you see a lot of abuse of alcoholism and that type of thing. So I think growing up poor and seeing a lot of poor things, that I always wanted to help, particularly people that maybe are born with a disability and might have a tough time in life. So I think it comes from a large family of 9 kids, and we had every type of disease you could think of. We had the mumps, we had the measles, we had chickenpox, you name it, we had it. When you have a big family, the nearest hospital was 70 miles away, so there was no doctors. You just went through all this stuff. So I think growing up poor and seeing all of these things, that I always wanted to help people maybe that had problems, and I think that comes from my background, where I would like to give to charities that where people need help.
Okay. You've got a lot of awards. I walked through the office on the way here. There's just walls and walls of awards, and there's hundreds at least. What are a couple of the awards that you're most proud of?
I think the thing I'm the most proud of is this Jake Jabs College of Business and Entrepreneurship at Montana State College.
Okay.
They
That's your alma mater, right?
They call the Jabs Building.
Okay.
And I designed the building. There's a picture of the building, and by the way, we have a better shot of it if you wanted.
Okay.
But anyway,
we'll get that on the tour.
It's invigorated the whole university, and President Cruzado has made statements to that. Montana State was never known for its College of Business. Missoula, the university, always had the College of Business.
I see.
And so anyway, I thought, Montana State should have a College of Business, because they have a great engineering school, they have a great agriculture school, they have a great nursing school, and a lot of these people should have business skills. And today, everybody needs some business skills. I don't care what you can be a janitor.
Sure.
And you need to know how to buy supplies, and you need to how to run a computer. So everybody today, so I I'm going to make Montana State a business college, and it is. And now it's a better business college than Missoula. It's past the
Well, good for you. Good for them.
Every year it's up 10-15% every year in enrollment, and the college is up every year too, and not very many colleges are up in enrollment today.
Yes.
But this building, so I designed the building. As you can see, it's a very modern, contemporary building.
Sure.
You can see the inside of it here. And I did that purposely because I speak to a lot of colleges. I've spoke to a lot of colleges all over, not all over the country, but in Arizona and in different places too, Wyoming and so forth. And so I said, if I just have a college building, let's make it look like a modern office building instead of a college building.
Sure.
And I did that. And this is the building. And so everybody goes in that building. In fact, we won a national award on one of the best new college buildings. From this building.
All right,
so it's very contemporary and modern. It's a fun building to go to. You enjoy going in class. You have to chase them.
You actually show up for class?
Chase them out at night.
In college?
And not
really?
Not bad, right?
What do you think your legacy to Colorado is going to be, Jake?
Well, it's several things. I think one thing is, like I say, we do all of these tours. This is a tour we had just the other day of 40 kids from, these are MBA students from CU University.
Okay.
But helping education as a whole. I believe like the problem that we have in the Middle East is a literacy problem.
Okay.
And one reason I say that, I spent most of my military career in Morocco, in a Muslim country, Morocco, French Morocco. I spent most of my military career there. And I landed with a top secret clearance, and I got to deliver all the top secret mail all over the continent of Africa. I got flying pay, great experience for a 21-year-old second lieutenant in the Air Force.
Sure.
I got a commission. I took ROTC in college and got a commission in the Air Force. And my first assignment was Point Arena, California. And you had to have a secret clearance to be. I was adjutant and personnel officer there, and you had to have a secret clearance. And I filled out an application for a top secret clearance. So Twix came in and says, "We need an officer to go to European Theater of War with a top secret clearance."
Hello.
Korean War is over here.
Okay.
I'm going to Europe with a top secret clearance.
Okay.
So anyway, I got to travel all over Africa. I traveled 24 countries, delivered top secret mail. So I had a great experience in the Middle East, the Muslims and all that. It was a great experience, and I think that whole problem in the Middle East is a literacy problem. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think if we could educate and get those people educated, I think so many of our problems would go away. Instead of constant wars, we'd have maybe constant peace. But
I read about that.
yeah, and so I think that's one of the great things, and helping education. And then the other thing is like Easter Seals. So they have a building at their. Have you been up to the Easter Seals Handicap up at Youngstown?
Not yet.
Got to go up there sometime.
Okay.
It's a great experience, where they help mentally people on wheelchairs basically, and people with disabilities, severe disabilities, and they have a building named after me up there. I saved they had a hot water school here where they help people, and they was close it up, and I still send them every month. I send them $2,000 to keep it open, and I raised $465,000 for them at a charity recently. So, but I think helping people with disabilities and helping, we actually give to over 1,000 charities a year.
1,000, wow.
Over 1,000 charities a year.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Every day I get.
That's where some of these checks you were signing, right?
So I think it's helping people with disabilities, and I have, like I say, I have 2 colleges with my name on them. That ain't bad. So
that's nice.
Hopefully, I think that's my legacy.
We were talking earlier, Jake. You got your doctorate, right?
Yeah, 2 of them. Two of them. One at Montana State. I'm getting one at CU on the.
So the double doctor, right?
Yeah, so,
how about that?
Yeah.
It's good for you. All right, thank you very much, Jake. I really appreciate your taking time for us for the to do our article and our interview here today. This is Jake Jabs from American Furniture Warehouse, Jesse with Our Community Now. If you like what we're doing, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, like us, and tell all your friends, because we got a lot of interesting things. As Jake said, social media is where it's at. Our Community Now is one of the biggest that's out there, and enjoy.